Anyway, where should I go now? Is this another one where it's just the one? Oh, there's two. Exciting. Okay. We have the town square. Or we have... Oh, the beach again. I never left, actually. Yeah, I guess we're going straight back to the same place we were before. Let's go. So, this might be a new low. Damn, okay. Not because of anything particularly egregious, mind, but when you were thinking to yourself in the lobby of the Coral Inn about how your evening schedule was empty, you weren't expecting Dante to be the one to fill it. Dante! Not that he's even here. Dante didn't come out with you for this excursion to the shore, but he did give you a list of supplies that you needed to bring back, under threat of not having a tiny bottle of shampoo to shower with later. Dante. Well, that and a bunch of other things that apparently he needs. A new hairbrush? Seriously? His hair straight up defies gravity. What does he need a hairbrush for? After reading it through, you figured you could grab everything at that store on the boardwalk. Nearly everything else in town was starting to close. As you make your way to the beach and hook a left onto the wooden slats that line the path onto the sand, you're immediately met with the monochromatic shock of a person. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Hey. With both of you taking a step back, it suddenly becomes clear who bumped into you. Vince blinks back, lips parted to speak before he settles on shoving his hands into the pockets of his jacket instead. Hey yourself. Compared to when you saw him at the bookstore, Vince looks more at ease here. Between the change in scenery, the difference of a day's worth of time, or the clear absence of Andrew, you're not sure which has made him less nervous. Hi, Brian. You click your tongue, tipping your head in the direction of the path back into town. You don't have somewhere to be? Vince's eyes widen, a flash of embarrassment and horror crossing his expression before he covers his mouth, awkwardly coughing into his sleeve. Yeah, let's pretend that was a unique circumstance and not ask any more questions. He drops his arms back down to his side, uselessly. I don't have anywhere to be right now. Enjoying another good rock today? Nah. Some seal took it. Nature's law of finders keepers. I had to respect it. It wasn't at all the fact that it weighed a ton and you probably couldn't move it. I mean, you know, that was part of it. Were you planning on hanging out? The beach closes at around, 10, but you've got until the lifeguards make their last sweeps at 11. Not today. For once, I have plans. His head tips to the side, eyebrows raising slightly enough that you can't tell if he's actually interested or if he's being condescending. Ooh. God. These are some good options here. Hot dog cart robbery is probably the one that I'm going to choose. Being, truthful is maybe helpful. I came to see if I could try to find you. It's just cute. I'm not sure that I'm that kind of person, but I do like that as an option in general. Me, though, I would 100% make a joke and say that I'm about to rob the hot dog cart. A hot dog cart robbery? Yeah, I saw Wyatt eating here earlier with Jean. I'm pretty sure he left that guy a good solid watch. Nope, a solid gold watch as a tip for his service. Ooh. Blonde, glasses, makes you really feel like you're breathing outside of your tax bracket. Oh, I didn't know he was, back in town. No, but seriously, I'm running errands for Dante. Because you wanted to? Wanted to, was made to. Either way, I'm here, aren't I? Are you heading back home? Yeah, I had a busy day of thinking about. Dinner? Beach stuff. I was watching the surfers for most of the afternoon, but there aren't, like, the waves aren't as good, so not as many people to see. Surfing, huh? Should it be surprising to hear that he's interested in it? It's easy to picture him out here with the sand and the sun, despite the whole pale goth vibe he has going for him. But somehow trying to imagine him in conjunction with surfer culture? A rockin' bruh from him might give you a heart attack. Righteous. What? Nothing. I didn't know you were into surfing. What other secret talents are you hiding beneath that hoodie? Again, not wearing a hoodie. Nothing much. Does housework count? Considering I know some people who can't work a washing machine, I'd say so, yeah. Then I'm a triple threat, I guess. Ooh! I used to be, I guess I still kind of am. Surfing's cool if you're a morning person. And, you find the right guys to go with, and it's fun. He shrugs noncommittally, dragging his hands back out of his pockets for extra emphasis. Vince shifts back and forth on his feet, pausing before he steps to the side and gestures for you to take the lead. You got errands, right? Yeah, but I'll come with. I need to grab some groceries anyway. Are you sure? Sure, I don't mind. The two of you fall into step along the boardwalk, making your way towards the only storefront with the lights on and the shutters drawn. Have you ever gone surfing? Oh, I'm pretty much a legend in the way. No, I'm not. I'm in between. I've never had the chance to try, but I've always wanted to. And no thanks, it sounds like the last thing I want to try. Because I've never done it before. I feel like if I had like a group of friends or somebody who's like, hey, do you want to go surfing? I'd at least try it out, but I wouldn't do it all by myself. I wouldn't go out there and be like, heck yeah, I'm gonna go surfing. So I guess that answer is closest to I've always wanted to. You could always try it while you're here. There's instructors. Some of them work for cheaper, so you don't have to empty out your savings or anything. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Anyway, we're inside here now. I misread that. Vince trails off as he's wont to do, nudging the door open with his shoulder. The bell rings gently overhead as you both step into the faint humidity of the general store. It's the same as the last time you saw it. I've never been here before in my life. The only difference looks to be the small sign that's now posted in a pile of shells on the counter, reading, "Now selling seashells by the seashore. Let's go." The singular employee glances up from his reading, waving a greeting with the paper in his hand. Back again? Did you forget something the last time you were here? He grins impishly, but thankfully leaves it at that before he offers a nod in Vince's direction. He returns it with his usual calm energy. You take another look at your list and orient yourself to the aisles, Vince already having quietly disappeared into a farther corner of the store. Nothing entirely new. Vince would go where he went, and you'd find him later. One item after the next enters your basket as you find the things on Dante's list. Most of it is thankfully congregated in one particular section of the store, though why are the shampoo and conditioner stored next to the peanut butter? And multiple types of peanut butter at that. You can't really make any sense of the organization, but maybe that's part of the appeal. You find everything? You nearly jump out of your skin at the sound of his voice, and Vince holds up his hands in mutual surrender, the glass bottles in one of his cardboard crates clinking together. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm fine, I just need to start my heart again. I wasn't that loud. Apologetic as he says he is, Vince still smiles a little too widely at having startled you. Outside of the crate, you spy his arms laden with any number of frozen goods. A handful of single-serving calzones and TV dinners, with a single bundle of spinach laid across them. Let's go! Spinach! You know what? Is a lot of it like junk food, technically? Yeah, but you got spinach, so it's healthy. He clearly found everything he was looking for. Yeah, pretty much. I was just finishing up. Thoughts? Orchid vanilla or cinnamon hazelnut? Is there a difference? I mean, a little? Carefully setting your basket down, you twist open one of the caps of the shampoo and tilt it towards him. Vince leans in, but you can feel his warm breath against the backs of your fingers. His lashes lower and he's unguarded, actually, for the first time since you've met him. Eye bags aside, he's... Okay, and the other one? Right, focus. You close the first, then open the second, and he pauses to consider. Cinnamon hazelnut. Cinnamon hazelnut it is. The other bottles are placed on the shelf, and the two of you make your way to the counter to pay. We've already left. Before long, you're both back out of the doors with bags in hand. You hadn't been inside long, but it looks like the last of the afternoon's already passed you by, along with the sunset. The sky darkened some, but with summer still here, you doubt you'd see it get to actual nighttime before you walked back to the inn. Do you want to try it? Huh? You glance at him from the corner of your eye, and Vince looks back with a carefully pieced together look of indifference, lips pinching together from how tense he is. Try what? Surfing. Or, paddleboarding. Anything. With me. A stellar non sequitur from Vince. He must have been waiting to continue the conversation from before you'd even gone inside, but... Seriously, he could have just kept talking while we were in the store. Sure. Like I said, I would do it if somebody went with me, you know? Damn. Seriously? Alright. It's just, I think you'd like it. And it's not at all because you want someone to go with you. Maybe it's that too. Let's go! Heck yeah! Neither one of us wants to go alone! I was just thinking I used to do all this kind of shit with Drew, but it's complicated, his silence says. He looks down again, half chewing on his lip as the two of you keep walking across sandy wood. The waves rush nearby, crashing soft on the shore as if to encourage him to keep going. You haven't met a Drew in your short time in Brine. Yes, you have. What the fuck? That's such an obvious nickname for Andrew. Like, you did know an Andrew. Plus, you saw the two of them earlier today at the bookstore, too. You'd have to have been blind to not notice the way that Vince tensed up when Andrew came around, or how Andrew struggled to find the words. Neither of them are the chattiest people in the world, but you'd written it off as just chance. Now, Vince is telling you they were friends. Vince sighs, bags in his hands as he crosses his arm behind him. His eyes go back towards the sky in a familiar search for something else to look at, as he decides how to say what he wants. I'm calling it exposure therapy. Something like that. I haven't stepped into the water since, I don't know, I was like 17. But I used to like it. It was a whole thing that I'm not really going to get into, but I'm trying to do things I like again. Like playing music. Do you want to go right now? Surfing? I'm wearing jeans. No, I meant, do you want to try and go into the water right now? Again, he's wearing jeans, but I've got Frozens. Vince. The two of you exchange a look. The thought puts him ill at ease. The corners of his lips twitch as if he wants to say no but isn't quite sure. But he says he wants to just do things, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go right now. His typically somber eyes brighten, and the two of you go from a slow walk to a dash across the sand, laughter bubbling up to the surface in between the clinks of bottles and the bump crush of shampoo bottles against hairbrush packaging. As you feel your feet start to sink into the sand and the cold of the Pacific laps at your ankles, you realize that there isn't anyone standing beside you. You turn back, the sea breeze whipping past and the hem of your clothes fluttering. Vince stands there on the precipice of something new, the edge of the shore and the water, the delight and enthusiasm suddenly absent as every muscle in his body seems to grow tense. He draws a deep breath, then takes his first cautious step out into the unknown. Vince doesn't remember to roll up his pants, but you hardly think it matters to a guy that says he's been afraid of the ocean since he was a teenager. Each step is slow, but he makes his way to you, confidence suspended somewhere in between the sky, the sea, and you. This is so much colder than I remember. How are you feeling, though? Good? Bad? We're only like shin deep, but... He turns his gaze out towards the ocean, watching as the waves roll in from another shore. I haven't even gotten this far in years. I don't even know why it felt. Vince trails off again, but all the tension leaves his body as he watches the horizon, and another small wave crashes past you both until it lands, bubbles, on the shore. Not in the water. This also... Okay. We're like shin deep, he said, in the water. I guess that's enough water for splashing, but it seems weird. Pull him down to sit with you. Again, not while we're wearing pants, you know? If it was like a swimsuit, maybe. But jeans? No, that's uncomfy. I don't want to take his hand. But that's the only option that's like, I would not splash him and I would not pull him down to sit with me. So I guess we're holding hands now, bud. Listen, I don't make the rules. While the current isn't strong here, you know that the way the ocean moves sand means it'll literally pull the rug right out from under Vince. You reach for his hand, fingers brushing up against his, and Vince startles, nearly jerking it right out from your grasp until he realizes. His gaze lowers, sunset blush on his cheeks as he relaxes a closed fist into an open hand. I'm not going to fall. Just making sure. He doesn't say anything else, but the little smile says more than any words could as he gently curls his fingers around yours. We're going to be dripping on the way back. That's what Dante gets for making me run his errands. He snorts, shaking his head and sending stray water drops flying. Vince turns his head in your direction again, his expression softening. It's almost funny how often he does this. You still couldn't say that you knew him that well, but you can pick out the way he avoids your eyes except when he has something important to say. He always seems to hesitate before he jumps into anything. You don't know what makes him braver today, but maybe it's a sign that he's gotten comfortable around you, or maybe it's just that he's decided for himself that he got tired of watching instead of doing. What are we doing here? Seriously. You shrug. The two of you are just out in the water on a whim. Isn't it too late to ask that? Vince snorts, water flicking from his hands as a summer breeze sweeps by, warm and inviting, as if to tell you both to stay longer. Beats me. I've been making it up every day since I got here. You don't worry about wasting time? Dude, honestly, I've got nothing but. He doesn't say anything else, just smiling to himself. The two of you enjoy the rest of the evening sun until it starts to get too cold for you to keep waiting around in the water. Vince walks you back to the inn with his frozens very thoroughly unfrozen, saying goodbye before Dante drops the lecture of a lifetime on you for dripping and dragging sand everywhere into his inn. It isn't hard for him to stay mad, but at least you got everything he asked for. Plus, a little extra time spent with Vince, and a chance to help him in some small way. It was worth it. Alright, time to settle in for my nightly scrolling. Let's see the error message. Whoa! No way. Ignore. The words and colors begin to blur on the screen, and your eyelids start to droop like they're held down by heavy weights. I think I can finally sleep. With a sleepy press of a button, your phone screen turns black, and you limply plop it beside your pillow. Your eyes shut as the soothing sounds of the beach from the slightly open window lull you to sleep. Off to the dream world you go, preparing you for another eventful day tomorrow. Ooh. Okay. This is new and exciting. I cannot read this fast. But it seems... Ooh, 7 interesting men. It seems like it's just pretty much saying what we already went through. Okay. This is exciting. Ooh. You never know just what this town has in store for you. Support us on Kickstarter. They do have a Kickstarter going on right now. I'll go ahead and read the rest of this. Why not? Thank you so much for playing our demo. We sincerely hope you enjoyed it, and we'd love to hear about any feedback you have. You can join our Discord server, check out our socials to be kept updated. We also have a Kickstarter to help us make our full day... Bleh, to make the full game. I wish I could speak. Please consider supporting us by spreading the word or even donating if you're looking to grab some merch. They do have some interesting merch. We hope to see you back in Brine Bay again soon. Oh my gosh, they even make it so that, like, your name is there? That's so cute. And then it kicks you back to the main menu. Oh my gosh. Like I said, the first time that I was playing this, I just really like this game. Like, even with the first demo, I was like, I'm really excited for this game to come out. I'm very excited now, especially with the way that the demo has changed from the first demo to this demo. It's just looking nice. They've changed a lot of things with the game, but it's like exciting because you know that they're excited, I guess. Vicarious excitement. And I would be interested in this might be a mean thing to say. I would be interested in trying like other routes as well as the full game comes out. And just, yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited for this game, excited for it to come out, excited to see the community's reaction to it and see other people play the game. I really like this game. And going along with that, I really hope that you had a fun time watching me play through the demo. Make sure to check out Lavender Studios' social media. Check out the Kickstarter if this sounds like something interesting. I've never done like promo for somebody else. Hey, check out their Kickstarter so they can finish up making the game. I'm excited for it to come out, so therefore you have to be excited too. But with that being said, I am done with the demo and therefore done with what I can play of this game until now. So, thank you for watching me play through Threads of You Beyond the Bay. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in the future for another game on my channel.